On this edition of Around BCC, first-generation college students can get a leg up in starting their college experience. The instances of bullying have now moved to a high-tech arena. Those without health insurance in Massachusetts have more choices than ever to get covered. And our BCC students spend some time in the kitchen. Our BCC TV Club this month decided to share with us their culinary expertise in this month's Student to Student segment.
Hello, I'm Steve Rice. Today we're going to show you how to make Polish pierogi. The first step in making the pierogi is to prepare the dough. That's going to have to sit for a few minutes before we're ready to work with it, so we should do that first. We have our bowl here. The first step is to take 2 cups of sifted flour. We're going to dump that in the bowl here. We're going to take an egg, already cracked. We'll add that in. We're going to take half a cup of lukewarm water, and we're going to add that to the mix. We're going to take 1 teaspoon of salt, and we're going to take 2 tablespoons of melted butter. Just add that to the mix here. Okay, now we're going to mix this thoroughly. Let's see, I got a spoon here. Mix this up nice and good. Next step now is to prepare the filling. We have 1 package of farmer's cheese. We'll add that right in. I didn't open these beforehand, so just be a minute here to get this out. Put that in. We have a package of cream cheese. We'll add that to the mix here. We have 1 egg. We'll add that to the mix. Okay, we're going to add some black pepper. A little dab will do you. A very little dab will do you. And we're going to add some salt. And we're going to add some butter. Okay. Now we're just going to mix this all together. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this filling and we'll make little balls out of it to make it easier to put inside the pierogi. So we're going to get that ready. Make up a little ball here. We're going to take our dough. What we're going to do, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to flour the board here, because if we don't, it's going to stick. So I got some white flour here, and we'll just sprinkle some on the cutting board here. Leave a little extra, we'll need that later. We'll take a bit of the dough, and when you're done mixing the dough earlier on, you're going to want to put a towel over it so it doesn't dry out. We're going to pinch off a little piece of dough, make a nice little ball out of it. Put it on the cutting board and flatten that out. We're going to take our rolling pin, we're going to roll it. Roll it once, turn it, roll it, turn it. We're going to keep doing this until it gets nice and flat. Oop. Okay. We're going to take it, we're going to stretch this out. Now that we have it stretched out, we're going to take this in our hand, hold it in the front, take our filling, put that in the center, take the back of the pierogi, we're going to pull this over and pinch that. We're going to go around the edges and pinch. It's important, you can see the filling on the inside has to get pushed back. It can't be where it seals or it's going to break apart when we boil it. So we'll continue to pinch, and we're going to re-pinch. Make sure that seal is completely sealed. Can't have any gaps because it will basically fall apart in the water when we boil it. We're going to make a few more. When this is finished, we're going to put it in a pot and we're going to boil it. You're going to boil it just like you boil your pasta. It's going to go in for about 5 to 10 minutes. When it boils, it comes to the surface, it's done. You're going to take it out. You're going to butter it on both sides. You can eat it when it comes out. It's ready to be eaten. It's a little bit hot. If you want to store them, you can store them. You put them in a bag. You put them in the freezer. When you're ready to eat them, they can be microwaved or they can be fried. Fried adds a little more taste to them. That's basically how pierogi is made. Pierogis were a Polish treat that was served usually at Christmas and at Easter. You can use other fillings too. We used potato and cheese. It's a really easy filling to make, as you see here. You can also use cabbage, but the cabbage has to be pressed. It has to be pretty dry. You can also use meats. Those are also quite popular. So this is what the final product looks like. The Polish pierogi.
That'll do it for this edition of Around BCC. I'm Keith Tebow. Thanks for watching.